Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm back on Lord of the Rings Online, but what some of you may not have guessed is I'm actually on the Lord of the Rings Online Helm's Deep beta. Now the NDA has officially been lifted as of, I believe it was the 4th of November. I'm currently recording on the 6th. I apologise to everyone who I told I wouldn't be recording until later this week. I didn't realise that the server would be back up. I thought they'd finished for this round, but yeah, as you can see off into the distance, this is probably what most of you have sort of like can't wait to see, and that is Helm's Deep. Now I will give you my own personal tour of that in a bit, and there's somebody level 91 there who I'm completely not interested in, but yeah. So there's a few things that are changing within this release. The first one, which is probably on everybody's mind at the moment, are trait trees. Now, I will cover each of these in their own video, because there's a lot to cover, as you can see. And, yeah, so they've changed a load of icons around. I mean, you can obviously guess that that's related to Heartseeker. That is interesting. You can get that at early levels now, and so I'm not sure how exactly well that would work out, but there's some other ones that have been moved onto trait tree, such as Rain of Arrows and stuff like that, and so I'll go through all of that sort of like specifically. It will be tailored towards a hunter, however other classes are not too far dissimilar, and also sources believe that champions can now use crossbows, so if you play a champion and you've always wanted a crossbow, then that's probably something that interests you. Also coming in this expansion, which is probably exciting a lot of people. I'm just going to move my mic away because I think I'm using headphone mic, and so it can go a bit awkward sometimes. But another thing that's popping up in this expansion is epic battles, and you can get to them quickly by doing Shift B or just clicking on the chevron and the first link. Now I'll cover exactly what everything on here means in another video, but each instance can have a various different number of people playing. I believe that all of them have the ability to solo and duo them. Deeping Wall has 12, whereas Helm's Dyke can only go up to 6, and so on. And so depending on which one you choose depends on sort of like the size of the party you can use. But I'll cover all of that more in another video. So other things that I know have changed. In the shop, the full price of Helm's Deep is might not appear because I've already bought it on beta. We've had to actually buy it on beta. We get free turbine points on beta, and so I think it was 4,995. There's Legolas here. Luin Lossell looks at Legolas. Dunno. But anyway, so what else? New tier of crafting, West End Net. This is the weaponsmith one. There's not really that much left. Pure Ailingus ore. I don't believe they've put the proper icons in yet, but yeah, and woodworker, I'm still too low level because I haven't done much work on that. Apologies. What else is there? There is a Compendium 5. Don't know how to get that. I'll just mount up and ride into Helm's Deep. The new item that you can put into crafting recipes, such as cracked sigils or tarnished symbols of Rohan or whatever they were. They've actually gone back to shards. It's now emerald shards, which I believe were going to be put in originally when Moria came out, but they changed it to mithril flakes at the last minute. They finally put emerald shards in, and that's the crafting component. There's a whole load of tasks. There's a task board in Helm's Deep, which I will show you as well. There's 2 new rep factions, I believe, which I'll show you the rewards for as well. Let's just double check there's nothing in this entry hall. Right, so milestones straight in the door, minimum level 70. Oop, bit of lag. So, yeah. I believe one of these guys is the stable master around here, though I can't remember exactly where he is. And I'm getting a fair bit of lag here. Anyway. So let's just continue round. I believe that Helm's Deep will become the new hub, because it's pretty much got everything here. There's a vault keeper up there. And it's pretty much centered around the Hornburg. There's an auction house. And then there's a load of crafting facilities up here. So Forge and Relic Master, there's a forge. There'll be a workbench and a study somewhere. There's a bard now. Bards are interesting because of the new trait trees. Bards only really sell instruments now. So that's something to bear in mind, that you don't need to go to a bard anymore. And there's no new skills on the trainers for level 85 plus, as far as I am aware. There's suppliers, provisioners, and everything as usual. Now, where have these guys gone that you can get stuff from? Ah, they're over here. I'll just quickly show you the taskbar. It doesn't look like everything had loaded. But yeah, I mean, you can see the new factions, Aeolingus and Helmingas. But there's a load of new items that you can trade in there. I'll go Helmingus then, or Aeolingas, and I'll just sort of like go through what each is showing. So there's minimum level 90 power and morale potions, which you can barter for West End Iron coins. Now I've not got a clue how I've managed to get one, because I haven't done a single quest since I last copied this character, and so... Oh, also, item level 100. Ignore that. I do not know why any items have got that on them. It's been really confusing me, and if I show you my character, you'll see that pretty much everything has one on. I don't believe Legendary do. Item level 100. That doesn't have one. Item level 60. Item level 85. 100. And I believe it's something internally that the devs use so that they can... Don't know if you heard that ding, but that's my server status widget. I believe it's something that devs use internally so that they can put the correct values on stuff, and they use it in certain calculations. But oops. If it comes in on live, then we probably will get an explanation. But if it doesn't, then there's nothing to worry about. And so there's some bracelets that you can get. I mean, this guy mostly does armor, and then there's Guide to Helm's Deep, which is the Hunter one. Now, for Hunters, and I believe Wardens, yeah, I don't know if Wardens had to use travel rations before, but definitely for Hunters we used to have to use travel rations. They are completely gone in Helm's Deep. There is not a single travel ration in the game, which I believe is a bit of a shame, because it makes jumping around so much easier. Well, it will make it easier, which is a good thing, but I didn't necessarily think it's a good thing, because it ruins some of the pureness, because you having to sort of like use rations, it sort of like adds sort of like a counterman to doing it, and so you'll do it less often. People are just going to be jumping here and there anyway, so have your own opinions on that. But there's tier 9 relics, runes as usual, a few pieces of armor, and I believe there's a load more. Yeah, Scroll of Delving up to 95. These are emerald shards, which have sort of got, they're not sapphire shards, they're sort of like have got a bit more of a greeny tint. Flawed Symbol of Celebrimbor for level 95 items. Return to Helm's Deep for non-Warden or Hunter characters. The Steed, and then there's just a load of recipes, and I'm sure that a lot of cooks, tailors, and metalsmiths, and I believe there's some weaponsmith ones on here, along with scholars here. I'm sure that you'll all want to come and investigate these in your own time, but do remember they will probably also be on your guild if you're in one, meaning that you'll be able to craft the crit version as long as you have the rep. And so let's move on to the Aeolingus one now. These are probably the lower level of rep because they give out a lot of 85 stuff. I mean, there's still some nice stuff. I mean, that's 87, so it's sort of like 85 moving up to 90, and then was it Helmingus is more sort of like 91 to 95, and so there's some really nice bracelets and really nice rings. Let me just hover over bracelets. No, that's a ring. Where's the bracelets gone? Oh, these are all rings. So I'll show you bracelets when we get to that. Guide to Aldberg and Muster to Aldberg. Can't even speak. Kalinard relics, removal scroll, few weapons there. More weapons, armor. Return to Aldberg. Oh, they don't have any bracelets there. Let me just. I can't remember which one. Yeah, this bracelet dropped on a level 80. Well, I joined it on level 85, but I did a epic battle of Helm's Dyke, and that dropped, and it is a rather nice bracelet. I really like it compared to what I had before, and so yeah, I do like that, and yeah. Most of your other characters' stuff is the same. I don't have a personal house because this is beta and that doesn't copy. Skills is pretty much all the same. Reputation, yeah, didn't really complete much. I'm still friend with the Galadrim, friend with Maladrim. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, 90,000 points if you are currently East Emnet Master of the Guild. So start crafting your symbols. I haven't done any of mine on live yet, so. So we've gone around most of the Hornburg now. I mean, there is the central bit, but there's not much in there. I think that's mostly going to be used for maybe sort of like epic quest stuff, which you do need the quest pack for, and you do need to purchase the expansion to get the epic this time round, which I don't understand why they've done it, but it must be necessary. Now, one thing that was in the earlier betas was the fact that these portcullises came down, and I hope that that returns because it was a really nice effect, and I believe the devs put a lot of work into that. So yeah, I mean, compared to the early rounds of beta, this has really been improved. I mean, earlier skill sets were almost unplayable, and so congratulations to the devs for doing a massive amount of work on it. And I'm just running along the wall of Helm's Deep at the moment. I mean, there's the whole of that area there where orcs will and Uruk-hai will be when the epic battles are going on. Over there you'll see Helm's Dyke with the gate where I started, and that's where the first epic battle is, and the one that I'll be showing in the epic battle video that I do. Just moving further along, we get to the end, and it will just stop, and so what I'll do is I'll go up this tower and just sort of like show you what's up. They're pretty much all the same, so if I go up this one, then I don't think I've actually been this far up. What's this in here? This is sort of like a massive ballista. Oops. And I fell through some wood then. That shouldn't happen. But yeah. So we'll go up here. And there's a massive ballista up here, but I thought that was a milestone. Can't jump off there. As you can see, there's a whole area behind Helm's Deep with rivers and a funny little hut, and then you can sort of like see off over there. So what I'll do now is I'll go down and show you how far back you can actually get. Let me mount up, I'll be a bit quicker. And you'll be able to see the sorts of Do not do this on live. I will probably kill myself. Crap, I did. Let's see where it leads me. Oh, come on, load. I need to get a new PC. Now entering Westfold. Come on, put the map up. Oh, I'm not far from Helm's Deep. This is one of the maps. I mean, there's a few war bands here and there, but yeah. So what I'll do is I'll ride up, well, back up to Helm's Deep, and I'll show you behind the Hornburg without killing myself this time, and then I'll probably call it a do for this video. I mean, I'll just quickly show you some of the maps. I mean, Kingstead. Come on. There we go. There's a quest ring there because that's pretty much where quests in East Rohan start. Sorry, West Rohan. Edoras is there. Dunharrow. When I do a video on locations, I'll show you Edoras and I'll go up Dunharrow. It's a place to the east fold. Can go up to Broadacres, which is quite bare, but yeah. And then don't know why that's not working. Then we're over in the Stone Deans. Come back down to Westfold. And then there's the Fords of Eisen up there. Now there is no way to get to Isengard because I believe that it is still barred. However, hopefully in a future expansion they will open that up. Got to dodge a load of mobs here because they're all around about sort of like 94, 95. Not that I wouldn't probably be able to take them, but it would probably really not be good. So yeah. I think it's just a bit further up here. Yeah, I think this is it. So not far really. Yeah, here we go. And it is absolutely massive as Helm's Deep. It's they've done a really nice job on it with all of the detail. It's probably one of the places where if you don't have a decent computer you might actually need to put your graphics down to low. I've got a fairly decent one and I've got a fairly decent graphics card, and so it runs alright. So yeah. Let's go back up here. I've been trying to find the place where Aragorn throws Gimli, but if it's from there over here, then you must have a really big throwing arm. Or they could just sort of like walk a bit, I don't know. I don't actually know if that's in the books, because Turbine go via the books and not the films. And so, yeah. Really shouldn't be using a war steed when I'm trying to navigate. Turning is not perfect on them. Right, now there's some over there where I can get down, so let me see if I can find that. It's here, isn't it? Come on. This is sort of like right next to the Hornburg, and as you can see there's a few places where you can sort of like move to, but yeah. I don't think you can actually like go in any of these places, they're just for decoration, but I mean, decoration is nice. Let's completely ignore the bridge. And then up the back is I believe an entrance to the Glittering Caves, though Oh, this has changed since I was last here. You could get a little bit further back before, but now it looks like they've barricaded it off. But yeah, this is as far back as you can get. So, yeah. Well, that's pretty much all for this first video explaining about the new expansion. So, the next video I'll probably release will be one on trait trees. Because, excuse me, my horse is spazzing out. There's a lot to cover, and I'll try to explain it as best as I can. It will be tailored for a hunter, because I'm playing a hunter. However, there's a lot of stuff which is generic across a load of the classes, and so it doesn't necessarily matter as much that it's tailored for a hunter, because it will be universal. I mean, all the skills will be different, but we'll see. Video after that, I'll probably go through the Helm's Dyke epic battle, which is the first one up near that gate, which I'll probably not do it correctly, but we'll see. And then I'll do a video which is more on the landscape. I'll sort of like show you Edoras and Dunharrow. I'll go around a few interesting places and show you them. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.